Trump launches $10 million ad blitz to counter Harris surge.
Vietnam's administrative reform indexes upgraded in the first 6 months.
Application of remote sensing methods in forestry.
Welcome to today's news. My name is Nguyễn Thị and I will be your guide through today's latest update. In a dramatic move, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump's campaign will launch a $10 million advertising blitz this week at Airstrike to counter a surge of voter enthusiasm and donation for his Democratic rival Kamala Harris.
I mean, they can do certain things. I thought it was,
After months of attacks on Biden's fitness for office, Trump's campaign has had to pivot to find a new message to use against the younger and more dynamic Harris, 59, less than 100 days until the November 5th election. The advertising Donald Trump's campaign will be carried out in 6 battleground states to counter a surge of voter enthusiasm and donations for his Democratic rival Kamala Harris. It is Trump's biggest ad buy since January, when he was fighting off Republican rivals for the party's nomination. Meanwhile, Vice President Harris's campaign said it raised $200 million in new campaign funds last week.
Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said the strike killed Fuad Shukr, Hezbollah's most senior commander, in an airstrike on Beirut on Tuesday.
A targeted strike in Beirut.
Israel's military said Shukr was the most important aide to Hezbollah Secretary General Hassan Nasrallah, his advisor for wartime operations and in charge of attack on a football stadium in the Golan Heights on July 27 that killed 12 Israeli youths. Although Hezbollah denied responsibility for the attack, Tel Aviv still firmly pointed its spearhead at this force. With Hezbollah being one of the organizations with the largest military potential in the Middle East, the incident quickly led to a series of high-level diplomatic activities by Western countries to prevent tensions between Israel and Hezbollah from escalating into a war that covers the entire region.
With the strong leadership and direction of the government and the Prime Minister, as well as the effort to synchronously and effectively implement tasks and solutions of ministry, branches and locality, Administrative Procedure Reform (APR) in the first 6 months this year has achieved many remarkable results.
In the first 6 months of 2024, the handling of difficulties and shortcomings in administrative reform were actively implemented by ministries, branches, localities, and enterprises, contributing to promoting administrative reform and improving the business environment. Many of Vietnam's indexes were upgraded, of which the business environment increased by 12 places, ranking 106th in the World Economic Freedom Index, ranked 46 out of 132 countries and economies in the Global Innovation Index, up 2 places compared to 2022. In Nghệ An, administrative procedure reform is considered a key task, creating favorable conditions to attract investment. 100% of administrative procedures under the jurisdiction of all levels have been promptly announced.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Nghệ An province has just approved the policy to adjust the project to build and operate Kua Lo deep water port with a total investment of nearly 7,325 billion Vietnamese dongs. Accordingly, the province will adjust the project scale as follows: build 3 berths, of which 2 berths for ships up to 50,000 tons and 1 berth for ships up to 100,000 tons, with a total length of 800 meters, along with the port's rear area of 32 hectares and a system of auxiliary works such as 1,550 meters long breakwater, connecting bridge from the wharf to the wharf, shipping channel, turning and parking area. The project is implemented in the North Kua Lo Wharf area, Nghệ An Seaport in Ghi Thiet Commune, Ghi Loc District, associated with the Southeast Economic Zone to meet the requirements of exporting and importing goods to serve the socio-economic development of Nghệ An province and neighboring areas.
According to the General Statistics Office's report in July, Vietnam welcomed 1.15 million international visitors, up 10.9% over the same period last year. In the first 7 months of this year, Vietnam welcomed nearly 10 million foreign tourists, marking an impressive growth of 51% year-on-year. The tourism industry recorded strong growth in the number of visitors from Europe, with an increase of 47.3%. Other markets also had high growth, such as Asia with 57.1%, Australia 27.3%, and America up 9.7%. South Korea and China are still the two largest international visitor markets of Vietnam tourism. Tourism revenue in the first 7 months of 2024 is estimated at 35.2 trillion Vietnamese dongs, up 31.8% over the same period last year.
Hai Van Gate, which lies at the top of the Hai Van Pass between the central province of Thu Thien Hue and Da Nang City, is scheduled to open for visitors on August 1st following a 2-year restoration period. Hai Van Quan is the only national historical relic site in Vietnam under the management of 2 localities, Thu Thien Hue Province and Da Nang City. The relic complex was built in 1826 under the rule of the Nguyen dynasty's Emperor Minh Mang, who had ordered the construction of multiple defensive structures along the Hai Van Pass to protect Hue, which was then the imperial capital of Vietnam. This is a place with an extremely important strategic and military position under the Nguyen dynasty.
After more than 4 years of implementation, the project enhancing the participation of grassroots social organizations in monitoring REDD+ programs in Vietnam has achieved positive results. In Nghệ An, with the formation of community monitoring teams participating in forest protection using remote sensing technology, this project has been highly recognized by authorities at all levels, functional departments, and people.
Instead of patrolling to detect deforestation, project participants can completely use a technology map called Terra-I to monitor the current status of the forest, updated every 16 days. More than 200 members from Tam Dinh, Tam Quang, Tam Thai communes of Tuong Duong District and Na Ngoi, Hu Kiem, Tay Sun of KY Sun District have been trained to use this technology proficiently.
Every month, from the 1st to the 10th, the group accessed the Terra-I system to detect deforestation points. Since 2016, 27 deforestation points have been detected on the system, and the village has gone to the field to visit 11 points.
A community forest monitoring network has been formed. This network will connect community groups with social organizations, non-governmental organizations, and promptly transmit information on deforestation to functional agencies.
Through the implementation of Terra-I, people understand and monitor activities in the forest. For example, issues of forest exploitation, then deforestation due to slash and burn farming, and deforestation for reforestation. At the same time, people will be able to monitor the work of state agencies, such as forest rangers or forest owners.
From the project of forest protection using remote sensing technology, many dialogues and workshops at district, provincial and central levels have been organized, aiming to further enhance the effectiveness of forest protection work. In addition, a number of proposals related to forest management, protection, transparent forest governance, as well as arranging funding sources to support the project in the future, have been discussed.
We have been developing policies to submit to competent authorities for effective promulgation and implementation.
The effectiveness of the Independent Forest Monitoring Program, in which people play a leading role, is marked by the enthusiastic participation of community groups in villages. The value of forests has changed in people's awareness and actions. That is the opportunity for this program to continue to develop, contributing positively to the work of preserving and protecting forests in Nghe and in particular and the North Central region in general.
That is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching and see you next time.